Get it done? Sir. You can get it done. Sir. What's more, you gotta get it done.
I took every loss as a personal affront, an insult.
God almighty! Why don't we do that? God almighty! God, I can't believe it!
Football, in many respects, is life.
Go! 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 Go!
It paints the picture of life.
What a hell of a ball game!
Oh, excuse me. I'm wired up here, so I'm cussing, so that's a bleep right there.
I constantly want to get to the top of the mountain. I don't want to quit. It reminds me of a real story that happened when I was a young kid. My mother and dad are immigrants who came to this country from Yugoslavia. They ran a boarding house between two quarries. There was a stone pile, maybe about 30 or 40 feet high. I was just a youngster then, but I was an active young guy. So I decided I was going to go ahead and climb this mountain or the stone pile of about 50, 60 feet. I said, I'm going to get to the top of that thing. So I got to going in that stone pile like you can't believe. And I finally got about that far from the top. My mother came out of the house and she said, Luca, get down from there. You're going to get hurt. And I looked back down. And I said, my gosh, I became scared to death. Now I didn't know how to get down. But I always thought about, for the few seconds I had left, I wanted to touch the top of that mountain because it was an accomplishment I wasn't able to do. And I guess that left a very indelible impression on my mind that there are still mountains to climb.
There's no question that I've been called a quitter on a few occasions.
I had a reason for leaving. Opportunities present themselves. I didn't want to leave. Sometimes I was requested to leave. I had to continue moving on. We've had enough of you. We'd like to make a change. I've had a reason. All of these jobs that I've moved from. One is moving up the ladder, which is normal for most young men, going from one job to the other. I think every club I went to, I had to rebuild it. Some worked out and some didn't work out.
Let's go down here. Teamwork. Let's go. Come on, sharpen up.
Denver was probably the worst football team I'd ever seen, and how I got to Denver leaving Buffalo is still beyond me.
I just said to him that, gentlemen, if you're good enough, you will stay. If you're not, you'll not be here.
Ship him back so fast that they make your head spin.
Although far from stoic during all this, Coach Lou Saban remained pragmatic and honest regarding what was going on.
Steve, we look so damn lethargic out there, it's pathetic. Let's go ahead and drive him now. Come on.
As flat as can be. Flat as hell. My mother used to say to me, why don't you take these teams that are 10-0 rather than taking the teams that are 0-10 and 2-9 and so on and so forth.
Lou Saban, who led the Bills to 2 AFL championships in the 60s, had returned to coach the team.
John! Johnny! You're holding off on that thing too long.
Cornell, Mr. Coverage, Coach.
Who?
Bo Cornell.
What the hell's wrong with him? Son of a big play.
I've gone boots, I play drift, play action, I've done everything, Bob. I don't know what to do. We're 14 down. I'm not giving up. I'm just facing facts.
Just about the time I'd get them all set and ready to go, I'd seem to find myself wandering again and take off to something else.
Where will I be next year? Who knows? I hope I'm alive.
In the words of Buffalo head coach Lou Saban,
A pep talk. Well, I suppose you could put them in various degrees.
Hey, listen, defense, here. Listen, you got to stay tough. We're having our problems on offense, so you stay tougher than hell. David, stay tough now. We're having our problems now, and we're going to try to solve this problem.
One of the big problems we have in sport is we use a lot of cliches, and most of them don't mean a damn.
We're at the crossroads. And no question about that. But it's not the end of the world. I just want us to do a job that we're capable of doing. They're on their home grounds. This makes it that much more difficult. Understand? If we die together. You can get it done. You can get it done. What's more, you gotta get it done.
You can get it done?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You can get it done?
Yes, sir.
What's more, you have to get it done.
As a player myself, I couldn't stand anybody talking to me before a ball game because I was just a bundle of nerves, and I should have probably had a tranquilizer, really, but I had to get away and sit in the corner, so to speak, and not be bothered.
Just go out there and do yourself a job. Play like you've never played before. No excuses, no nothing. Play in the best way you know how.
Play it loose, play it tough, and I believe strongly that we are going to get there sooner than people expect. I'm not a coach that feels that he has to go ahead and pump them up for a ball game. Rich, understand? Understand, Grady? Tom? George? All of you. John, understand? Let's not disappoint anybody. You got to start somewhere. And this is what we're mostly concerned about, is that they're not wound up so tight that before the ball game is half over, they've already shot their wad.
I got to be a tough guy to handle on the sideline. There's no question about that, whether it be players or whether it be coaches, whether it be officials.
A lot of coaches burn within. But myself, I think most of it's on the surface. And I guess it's once my dad told me that if you're going to relieve the pain within your stomach, why, it's best to blow up on occasions.
Chip! Chip! My daughter could do better! My daughter could... You're chicken
Reynolds! That's chicken manure! That's chicken manure! Go on in there!
What the hell's the matter with you guys? What's the matter with you guys? Henrik! What are you doing?
Hey, you guys play too soft! Don't think I hesitated to express my feelings. At times, people thought I was very cruel.
Give him a break in here.
Hell no, you don't give him a break. I'd like to see him die out there. Let him go.
Many, many things happen out there. Brings out the best in us, and it brings out the worst in us.
You got 12 men out here participating, Coach. So that's a 15-yard penalty for illegal participation because 12 out here.
Two guys.
And you're supposed to have 11 out here. So we need 11, not 12 guys. So we got a 15
What the hell's the matter with you guys? You two guys killing me. They're killing me. Whitey, they're killing me.
At least it eliminates possibilities of ulcers and so on and so forth.
Hey, you guys are still too soft. You're too soft. You're too soft. Throw the ball! Throw it! Hey, you gonna kick it or do I have to? What was the ball kicked to? That's a horse kick. We can't afford that. One time you and one time Mike. He can't play. Never could. Get lined up! I tell you, it's going to cost Gedeke, and it's going to cost Gedeke plenty. Gedeke! Get his ass out of there.
We were playing a ball game, and we just looked terrible. So we had a little table about 3 or 4 feet off the floor, and I jumped on this table at halftime to try to instill some spirit and so on and so forth. And I said to him, listen, I'll challenge anybody in this room. Come on up and challenge me. I want you to do better than what you're doing. And as I thought for a minute, and I said to myself, my God, I said, supposing one of those fellas would challenge me, they'd probably beat me up to smithereens.
Jeez. Son of Bob. Damn you! Oh, John almighty. Catch the damn football.
God almighty, he's dropped 2 passes already.
God almighty! Why don't we do that? God almighty! Sir, I can't believe it! What are we doing?
Players that I have coached in the past understood me because that's him, and he's doing it to make you better.
Jack Kemp as a player was outstanding. At times, very stubborn. I remember one game in which I insisted that he throw a particular pattern. Nothing seemed to happen. I said, Jack, do you mind if we discuss this at halftime? He says, well, fine, Coach. I'd be very happy to discuss it with you. I said, Jack, I want you to throw 52. I don't want to say it again. And he looked at me and says, but, and I picked him up. It happened to be an open locker behind him. And I shoved him into the locker, and I says, Jack, do you understand me? He says, yes, sir, Coach. And we threw that pass in the second half. I think he must have rolled up over 100 yards just with that one particular pattern. I think about Floyd Little. We were playing Buffalo, and he fumbles the ball. And I just came apart at the seams. And I says, come on over here. You're through as far as I'm concerned. And he walked off the field and walked on the opponent's side of the field. I said, come on back to our side of the field. Come on back to our side. He says, no, 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 no. He says, I'm going to put you on waivers. He says, please do. And finally, I said to him, now, please, would you come on over here to our side of the field? And he gently walked on over just like a little puppy. I can burst open with and go on a tear for a short period of time, but be able to back off and say, okay, guys, you saw me at my worst, but really, I'm a pussycat, basically. Nice going, guys. Nice going. Come here. You're a hell of a man, son. Appreciate that.
You can stay another week.
When the music is on and I can get involved with it, I can just get lost. Music to me is great therapy. And I'm more of the Duke Ellington type blues, but I do like all kinds of good music. I'm not for the heavy opera, but the light opera I love, and I just love music.
I thought this was as good a time as any to tell a story. A story I can't use here, though.
This is pretty much of a new school that's trying to build from scratch, and I think it's like being in jail, but we'll finally get out of jail one of these days. I hate to see the kids that I coach or we coach not do well, and I know we've got to go through a learning stage and a growing stage. At this moment, our kids are getting better, but we're not a very talented group, so it's been tough. The first 5 weeks of this year have been difficult. It's a tough job, probably the toughest I've ever had. These young gals are doing a great job trying to give us the spirit that we need. It's like rebuilding a new building, a new program. What's more, they're pretty. That's what's even more important, that they're pretty. We've got a long way to go, but I'm pretty sure we're not going to be blown out. And we just might do it tonight. It's when I played back in 1942. Count back and think how many years that's been. 45, 46 years ago. You didn't think I ever played. I know you guys.
Captain Lou Saban goes into a huddle with members of the defensive line. Tackle Chubby Grigg, guard Bill Willis, tackle Chet Adams, and end George Young. The captain briefs the linemen on the defensive signals.
Played with some of the greatest football players there ever was. Hall of Famers, Marion Motley, Otto Graham, Edgar Special Delivery Jones, Dante Lavelli. You don't even know the names, do you? But every one of them is in the Hall of Fame. When I asked these kids once, I said, who is Dick Butkus? They didn't know. I said, my gosh, I'm getting old. What's more, so is Butkus.
This is from all of us.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you, guys. Hey, tell you one thing, we could have a ball. We could finish off a great day tonight. You know that. Sir. Just go ahead and get it done. As I once said a long time ago, you got to get it done. Tonight we play a team that's ranked 8th in the state, and I'm anxious to see just how well they will do. Anybody. What? Can't block anybody.
What do we got? Third and what?
Can't block anybody.
What's the matter?
55, I want him in a slot.
You said full house. He runs up the...
I didn't say full house. Full house 48.
Full house!
52. 52. Shiver. You're 7.
Set.
Hey, come here. The play didn't have a chance in hell. You know that.
There's 2 guys there.
2 guys almost on the line of scrimmage. You got to see those things, David. Why is he so tight? Why is he so tight? Where did he go? Inside of you? You can't do that. Settle down. David, settle down. Let's play football. Three. Full house 3. Put him in motion. For me, it's great satisfaction. I've had some big victories, but this might be one of the biggest.
Really?
Yeah. Who said these Bulldogs don't have teeth? Let's go! One time, let's go! A big U-L-D-O-G!
Yeah. Well, I don't know what we might be switching them, see. I'm not telling him what to do. Give me a 41, straight 41. 41, kick to Denson. Ball players, especially the young football players, wonder why coaches are most difficult to get along with during the week. And they think we're rather hard. But football is a hard business.
Oh, pretty well.
There he goes. Come on, Water, you ought to know how to run that pattern by this time. Get inside where you belong. God's sakes, man.
Find somebody, Joe.
Ran right by him. That's cool.
Wandy, just don't let them dominate you. Got the idea? That's what worries me all the time about you. Allow these guys to push you around. I don't want that to happen. You got to be strong. You take the forward step.
Concentrate on every kick. Hang your foot up on the crossbar. You're looking up. You're not playing golf, are you?
In most cases, if you don't do it well on the practice field, more than likely, you're not going to do it well on the football field. We don't have 3 or 4 months to prepare for one game. We've got 3 days. We have just a certain amount of time, and we better get our job done in that amount of time.
That's the baby. That's the way to do it.
That's good enough. Let's go. Boy. 56 seconds, and we let him get off the hook.
You had to be pleased with the way Morangi came in.
Still 35-28. That's all I remember.
I took every loss as a personal affront, an insult. I felt at that time when you lose a ball game, well, my gosh, it's almost like the end of the world. And my wife used to tell me, this is ridiculous. All you can do is just run yourself into a coffin. My family used to say, Dad, it's only a game. I said, it might be just for you, but it's my life. This is my business, and I hate to see us lose. And it just tore me up because I think for the one basic reason is that I wasn't a part of that action. I was the guy on the sideline, and yet the men on the field were making the mistakes that made the difference in winning and losing.
You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. Impossible. Impossible to believe.
I can't believe it.
Can't believe it.
I can't believe that.
It's incredible.
What are you going to do about it, Coach?
By nature, I'm a very intense person anyway. And for us to lose close ball games, I could never just kind of slough it off as nothing. I just felt that it was important that I show my true character and my true emotions as to how I felt.
It's a freak. That's about it. Imagine there are many whys. Many, why did you do that? Why did we do that? I don't know. We get tired and we actually, well, I don't even know what to tell you. You saw it. If I had an answer, I'd give you one, but I don't have one. Have the ball game under control. First a fumble for a touch, and then a big bomb for a touch, another bomb for a field goal. That's about the way it happened.
guy get out of my way before he gets hurt out there?
Special teams. I don't worry about George hurting anybody.
Biggest obstacles we've got are the coaches. It's going to be pretty tough down here because all I can do is go ahead and relay to him what you're telling me, and I hope that I have some ideas myself. I better have, huh?
My relationship with my coaches has always been on a very high level, and I trusted them and their judgment and their talents.
Sam, I don't have to. I know, Sam, I know. I won't. Yes, Sam. What? Well, I know that, Sam. Well, the last time we tried, they got a blitz on, they killed us. You're not going to make the mistake we made last time, at least anyway. Kick that ball. Kick it a ton. I know that, my friend. We're trying. I tell you, we're just trying. Now what do we do? We're 7 down. I know, Bob, but it's tough.
Who's watching up there? What's the matter with him? What happened in the breakdown? What happened on the blocking?
What happened, Eddie? We break down on the left side again?
Why don't we find out these things?
I thought he was on the inside, Eddie.
In between, he came in.
I don't care.
Well, you asked me.
What? I know that!
Hey, you screaming it.
Regular punt! You dumb jerks!
Listen, Coach, if they score...
Hold it, don't say that.
Where's the goal from the left side?
Coach, I can't explain them questions.
What?
I can't explain them questions, Coach.
I just said to him, if you have a suggestion, which is better than what I have been practicing, give it to me.
No!
Let's just at least try to just run the ball in there if he's having a bad day.
Eddie, I just said to you now.
All as I know
throw on 1st and 10. Bob, you got any ideas up there?
I just said to him, you've got something to say, say it. And I may not like it, but I'm sure what you're saying, you're trying to help the team to progress in the right direction. Today, for me.
There he goes for 203.
The first time I saw O.J., this was 1972, when we took over the Bills for the second time. And I remember him reporting to camp and telling me that perhaps he was considering retiring. And I looked at him and I said, oh, no, I can't afford to lose a talent like this. I said to him, O.J., if you stay, I think you'll enjoy it. From that moment on, he just worked as hard as any player I've ever had. He had great talent, and I used to marvel the things he could do. You see great dancers, and you see great athletes, and you see great performers, and then all of a sudden, bingo, I never thought I'd have one. Football coaches are like everybody else. They have their favorites on their team.
After my mother, my little Croatian mother, found out that O.J. was returning, she called and said, Louie, don't be stupid. Give O.J. the football. We gave him the ball, and the rest is history. Thanks for the ride, Juice. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Hey, Steve! Strong side! Come on. No! That's a wrong play.
When things are good and you're winning, you're a hero. When you're having your tough moments, people have a tendency to take it out on your kids and your wife.
It should be fun, but I think the fans, to a great extent, become emotionally attached to a football team.
I'll never forget in Denver, it was a 10-10 game. And there was about 15 or 20 seconds left in the game. We were back on our own 25-yard line. It was 4th and 15, something like that. I says, well, with this much time, I might as well kick this ball out of here because I sure in heck don't want to lose this game. 13-10. I looked pretty stupid about that. And of course, the fans felt there was nothing for me to worry about. Why not try to go for the 4th and 15? But if I don't make it, we get beaten. My entire squad would say, hey, coach, you got to be crazy, got to be out of his mind. So after the game, one of the writers said to me, he said, Coach, why did you punt? I said, God, we played a good game. It was 10-10. I looked at one of the writers and says, you know, a half a loaf is better than none. Well, the next day, the press came out with the idea the Saban feels that a half a loaf is better than none. So the following game, we were playing at home. I stuck my head out the door, and I was deluged with half a loaves of bread. I was ducking him. I says, hey, I think the sky is falling, and so on and so forth. I told one of the trainers, I better go out and get some bushels or bags and make sure we pick up this bread because it was fresh, good bread. And well, just before the game started, I looked and I said, my God, what a crowd we've got here. I no sooner stuck my head out the door and out came the half loaves of bread again.
I'll never forget the one game. We were 0-5, and we were just trying to finish things out. Before the game, they booed me, they threw things at me and everything else. They were singing, goodbye, Louie, goodbye, Louie. We took off, and we scored something like 28 points. With 15 seconds left in the game, they were singing, happy birthday to you. So you can go from one end to the other overnight. Electricity, guys.
Yeah, I got the chills for this one.
Huh?
I got the chills for this one.
Well, it's nice to be up here doing battle. There's nothing phony about our business. Either you do it or you don't do it.
Rush him to the top. He'll be our kicker, and of course, our tight end will move to this position, and we'll go ahead and kick from there.
No mistakes. You know the defenses that they might use. And we'll just have to wait and see. I got a strange feeling today for the first time to get more 41 than we've ever seen before. Why, I don't know. Just keep it cool. You get woozy, we'll go ahead. Come on out, we'll get somebody else's. We're going to make as many substitutions as we can today.
We're going to make as many substitutions as possible. Pat your teammate on the buttocks and say, do your job until I get some rest.
Stay tough, stay tough. It's going to work. Just watch me. Listen, we got to do a job.
All right, go to work.
To me, there is no in-between. Either you do or you don't. And you got to make decisions. It's not maybes.
Give me a divide left and go 99.
Brad, you can go 15. I think would be better.
Well, they might drop off on that, Al. I'm going to force them to come up on tight, see? Otherwise, they can go out into a zone, which they'll do here, see? So go with a 99. Divide left, go 99. Watch your tight end.
What I want is this. I want a 56, not get it? Make it look like a slant corner. 76. 56, 76. Slot right, boot right.
Want to kick it away?
Just tell them to kick the out of and cover.
The game in itself was a challenge. Me against the opponent, or my team against the opponent.
On the ball, on the ball. 52s. On the ball, on the ball.
On the ball. On the ball. Hey, Joe, get back there. Let's go.
58 go. 58 go. Onside kick team up. Onside kick team. Onside kick team.
Trips. 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 You got trips over there. Flanker. 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 Time out! Time out! Time out! Time out! Time out! Time out!
To call a timeout.
This is a glamorous business, although it's tough. It's tough. We really understand. We go on stage at 2 o'clock on Sunday afternoon. And the show we put on before our fans, they either buy it or don't buy it. And if we want them to come back, we better put on a good show. And this is football. It is a game, and so is life.
And football, in many respects, paints the picture of life. Everyone should have that possibility of being tested to the limits and expect the worst possible things that can happen to you in a game.
You son of a if it's not one thing, it's another.
And the best possible things which you cherish for the rest of your life.
For me, it's one of the happiest moments in football I've had. I thank you very much.
That game does that for me.
and it controls my entire body.
Nothing left to say, is there? Let's go! Come on! Right tackle and right end! Right tackle and right end!
Yes, sir.
Who is that?
Dave Washington and Mont.
Who?
What's 72's name?
Who missed the tackle?
Who is 55? Who the hell is 55?
What the hell?
Why is the big guy in there, damn it? 87.
Where are we?
What's 72's name again?
The captains, Norman Stanley of the 49ers and Lou Saban of the Browns, are with the officials, ready to toss the coin.
I happened to be a linebacker, and my job was to attack, and I attacked every time I possibly could.
He's jolted by the Browns' captain, Lou Saban, and loses his headgear in the act.
I love contact. I guess linebackers better love contact if they don't stay in the business.
Defense! Defense! We got the knot now. You guys tie it. You got the knot now. You got to learn to be killers.
Football is a game of violence. I hate to use that word.
Play football and have some fun, knock the out of people. Just go out there and hit somebody. Don't give a damn about the defenses.
The game, as we see it today, is a rough, tumble game. There are certain areas on the football team you better have some hunters. You better have some contact people, or else you're not going to be able to win. You can't build viciousness or give a man viciousness, which is required sometimes, or the love for contact. He's got to have that. It is a game of violence, and we've got to accept it as such, and I hope that someday we'll be able to find a new term for it.
But just remember this, that as long as I'm coaching or our coaching staff's going, we're going to try to make it as good as you can be. What the hell kind of a technique was that, Coach? Far left, far left, far. Shocking sometimes.
And here, all of these young men come into a practice session. So you got to establish the rules.
Hey, there's no recreation back here. Bunch of kids. No class, no class. Shut your mouths and just play football.
I know the shortcomings we have. And I'm no magician. I just think I'm a good coach with sound fundamentals, and I believe in what I'm doing.
Stay with him, stay with him. Let him have it. On that, I wanted to check the offensive line. You see him coming, 18? Well done, beautifully done. Don't forget that play tomorrow. That was well done. That's the way it's supposed to be done.
This young team has got to have a complete rebuilding program. I just felt bad because they didn't know how to win. And all of us have to have the experience of being able to win.
I wish you nothing but the best. I want you to succeed and enjoy the game for what it is. As I said yesterday, I know you don't quite know me or understand me. But I just want you to be the best you can possibly be. Go out in class. Go out in class. Hey, kickoff team, do a job. Let it fly.
LaRose.
Eddie.
LaRose. Ed. Let's go, big
I'm
boy.
depending on you. This is when we start to die. Hey! You're dying out of the rock. Come on! We're falling apart. We're falling apart. Come on. I don't want you playing in the next county. Play in this county, not in the next one. Hey, cool it down. I don't want any gypsies on the sideline. No gypsies on the sideline. Go, go, go,
Go! 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 Great job! Great job! Got him now. Squeeze it.
That's it. Congratulations, won your home opener.
That's
nice going, Chris.
Nice going,
You won his
guys.
home opener.
Alice, I love to see you. Hey, we haven't been this happy for a year, I don't think.
Coach.
Thank you. Nice job.
Pleasure.
My pleasure.
It's been a pleasure, baby. I enjoyed it, Coach.
To you seniors, my hat's off to you.
That took it, Coach. You won it, took it, Coach.
And for those, my dad said to me, son, he said, fans and people will remember the moment or the day. But then again, time marches on. Keep looking ahead. That's pretty much the way I've looked at it all my life. If you were to take wins and losses, you couldn't say I was very successful. I thought I did the best I could with the teams that we had. But I think my greatest strength was that I was up front. I had nothing to hide.
My daughter could do better. My daughter could. You're chicken.
You choked. You choked. God bless it.
Put a gun in there, damn it.
No one can question one thing. Had my entire heart and soul in the game. And this is the way I played it. All out. No matter what I did, I basically played it all out. I just love the game. And I love working with young men who have goals. You see unity, you see great appreciation, all the things that we talk about. I think the best thing that I've ever taken home with me was the memories that I've had in the associations with the players. Some good, some bad, but mostly it was always pretty genuine.
Congratulations, Coach. Congratulations.
It's one of the greatest we've ever had. The greatest we've ever had.
I often ask myself the question, who am I? Are you genuine? Are you for real? I have to say to myself, yes, I am. I still have flaws like any human being. But all I know is this, I think I've done the best I can do. They're going to look at me as a human being and judge me accordingly. As I look at myself and talk to myself, which I do often, I said, Lou, you've been okay. And leave it go at that.
I realize I'm just a little speck in space. At the same time, I'd like to leave a little behind.